Brace yourself for this smooth transition to the sponsorship right here, Something Something Cereal, which brings me to the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon's a simple, high-protein, low-sugar breakfast cereal to start your day off right, and it accommodates all manner of dietary restrictions. I try to make protein the nucleus of my meals while cutting out sugar, because as cereal goes, good times, great memories, those Saturday mornings. As metabolisms go, they eventually slow down. You gotta be more careful, more health conscious. Each serving has 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. Fancy way of saying 0 grams of guilt. As I said last time, intermittently throughout the day, if I'm having a bit of a snack craving, I'll just snack it by the pinch. Or you can take a cup of it, put it in a baggie. That's the good stuff. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect to sneak into the movie theater with you. No. Just being real. And as always, it's backed by their money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, they'll refund your money, no questions. I always appreciate that peace of mind. So click the link in the description, use my code JOHNS, or scan the QR code to get yourself $5 off Magic Spoon. And now, new James McAvoy thriller, which is always thrilling. So Speak No Evil's actually a remake of a movie that came out a couple years ago. A Danish film as I understand it, which I've never seen it. So in Speak No Evil, a family's on vacation. They run across this other family, this husband and wife, and their son, who is oddly quiet. They then get an invite by James McAvoy's character, the guy they met. He's like, wow, how about all three of you come to our house in the middle of nowhere? Trust us. If you've seen the trailer, you know the family might be in danger. And if you've seen both trailers, you've seen the entire fucking movie. Seriously, you take the first trailer, second trailer, you put them end to end, you have a 6 to 8 minute cut of this movie, and you pretty much see the movie. Annoying, I hate it when that happens. That's why you don't watch trailers these days. Don't watch them on the internet. If you buy a ticket to a movie theater, show up about 25 minutes late so you miss all the trailers. This is survival mode at this point, my friends. Trailers are showing too much. It's terrible. However, I was like, James McAvoy's playing crazy. I'm in. And to that point, out the gate, I'm gonna let you know. James McAvoy is great.
Oh, well, that is very sweet of you to say.
I mean, it's pretty much what you're coming to the movie to see, and that's what you get. To the point, he's so good at making you feel uneasy. That's actually a thing this movie does really well, and then does a really good job at losing it. It does a really good job at drawing the audience into this situation. It's effective in making the audience feel uneasy, and James McAvoy is just so intense. But it's a passive-aggressive kind of intense. He is so good at playing the worst. Sounds like an insult, but I do mean it in the most complimentary way possible. But in that psychotic kind of way, he does have an excuse for everything. It's a slow burn to be sure, but experiencing that was actually pretty fun. An uneasy kind of fun, which was exactly the experience I was there to see. And like I said, it loses you because you, watching this, you personally, you are smarter than the characters in this movie. That is a fact. That's a promise I can make to you because the couple that went to visit this other couple they don't know are the biggest couple of dumb fucks I've ever seen in cinematic history. That might be the kind of hyperbole we speak on the internet. History, I don't know. Definitely the last few years, which is its own kind of impressive considering the amount of horror and thriller movies that come out on a yearly basis in which the characters in their exhibit will the very antithesis of good decision making. Yeah, these two are just worse. They're just worse. And that's a shame because the movie does such a good job at pulling you in, you have to take one leap. Well, a couple leaps from the get-go. All right, 3 leaps, but 2 of which I'm going to concentrate on here. First of all, you meet someone on vacation. It's not that they hung out with this couple all day long on vacation. It's that there were moments where the mask was already slipping and they still hung out with them. And then you gave them your address so we can send you an invite. Why would you give them your address? Don't do that. Just do the whole like, yeah, hit me up on social media. I'll find you. I'll find you. It's as simple as that. That's survival. That's how we do it now. The moment at the beginning of the movie, McAvoy had a moped and he was like, oh yeah, your kid can ride on here with me, it'll be fine. And they were like, do you have a helmet? He was like, don't worry, I'll be careful. And they were like, okay. But no, that's when you just draw the line like, nope, she's not riding on a motorcycle with you without a helmet. No. Also, yeah, I'll find you. I'll find you. That's just the first 10 minutes, friends. We haven't even gotten into it. I won't get into it. I won't spoil the movie for you. You got the trailers to do that. Terrible. It's Scoot McNairy's character, who's a great actor. He does a really good job in the role. In fact, everybody in the movie does a good job. But you have to separate the difference between how good a job they did in the movie and how poorly their characters were written. Because this guy makes all the excuses in the world because this guy was just unlikable. I feel like I should like the characters more and root for them all to get out safely in a movie like this. As they're like, man, I hope the mom and the kids get out of this. But if one's gotta go down, he just came across like he didn't like his family. And granted, there is a dialogue between him and his wife that sheds a little more light on that. There's a little tension there, but having the daughter there changes that dynamic. The moment James McAvoy's character had that taste of chicken on the fork and was like, oh, here comes the airplane, taste it, taste it, taste it, taste it, to Mackenzie Davis's character knowing her character's a vegetarian, and the husband didn't step in and be like, nope, she doesn't have to. Here, I'll taste it. It was good. He doesn't stand up for his wife, so I don't respect him as a husband. And he keeps making excuses for these psychopaths while their daughter is there. Their daughter's safety doesn't seem to be a priority for him, so I don't respect him as a father. Granted, you could have growth as the movie goes on. He could be like, you know, I've made mistakes. I was a little complacent, but I'm stepping up now. He never really does. He's always just an ineffective, inefficient, bumbling idiot. To the point where it became slapstick, almost comedic. The audience was laughing in the last act of this movie. They were laughing at how much of a dipshit he was. I don't think the audience is supposed to be laughing in the last act of a movie like this. Not that I'm letting her off the hook. At a point, she does make the call like, we need to get out of here. But it's too little too late. Any parent's gonna watch this movie and be like, why do these fucking idiots just not have their daughter's safety at the forefront of their minds and priority? Also, not going to go too hard on the movie for this one, because this might be a me thing. Did it explain that they don't have cell phone service or something? I might have missed that, because they definitely do have cell phones. At a point, you can just make, you know, a friendly call to the authorities, see how it goes down. But to be fair, I might have missed that explanation. That might be on me. Just want to be fair, just thinking it through. I'm actually asking you if I missed it. People who haven't seen the movie yet, what's the answer? There are moments where they have outs and they just don't take them or go back on them. Dumbest characters I've seen in years. As good a job as I felt this movie did drawing the audience into it, in which you feel the anxiety and tension of being in the situation, it will lose you, and mileage may vary on that. Somewhere between I wouldn't have given them my address when I first met them, and hey, it's getting really intense now, but I wouldn't have seen it because I would have left 2 days ago. Somewhere in between there, the movie will lose you. You will have to take more leaps than you're comfortable taking. All that aside, I feel like I kind of went in hard on this movie, but illogic is illogic. That said, as I've said a lot in this video, James McAvoy is so good in the role. Every time he's on screen, it's kind of gold. And he's on screen a lot, so you get your fair share. I ended up still having a pretty good time with the McAvoy show. No alcohol required. Side note, I have no idea what dumb thumbnail face I'm gonna make for this video, but I was thinking of doing the tongue scissor thing. But the face I make when I make it versus the face you see when you look at it might be very different. I see you, internet. All right, so speak no evil. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or have you seen the original? How does this compare? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.